in dollars. We're living in Nigeria. Two things that you must pay close attention to. Two things. Please write those two things down. Number one, the crucial knowledge and high income skills. Then before I start explaining, the crucial knowledge and the high income skills. The first thing you must know is that there is what we call global market literacy. There's what we call GML. It is a trend, global market literacy. What does that mean? It's just to know what countries are in demand for. Just to know what nations are looking for. In Europe, in America, the need for virtual assistants, need for people to work remotely with the right skills, especially tech skills, is in high demand. All right, so you must know what they are looking for, and then you will now start preparing in practical terms. So before you get into acquiring some of those skills, you must understand how the dollar economy, there's Naira economy, there is yen economy, there is pounds economy, all of them. You must know how it works. Dollar economy, it's now like a global economy. That's what I want you to understand. Dollar economy, a lot of nations are using dollar equivalent. A lot of countries, Europe, everywhere. In fact, they've pushed dollar, and dollar have become like the global economy. All right. Since it is now a global thing, so let's see how it works, so that you will not just enter there like a novice, and you will just be looking, how did I get here? All right. So number one, where does this international client, where do they actually hang out? Because if you get the skill and just get the skill, you will not know where to deploy it. You will not know where they need it. So where do they actually hang out? Where do they hang out? Where is it that I can actually connect with them? I remember some time ago, many years ago, while I was in the city of Lagos, they started telling us there's a place they call Planet One. Planet One is beside helicopter services, where they have helicopter services in Maryland, very close to mobile filling station, you know, Maryland roundabout. So there's a Planet One spot. And I heard that if you go to Planet One, all these drug guys, these big Yahoo guys, once you get there, you just get connected. Ha! I say, me? I die here. Now, I wasn't born again then. I was just looking for how to make both ends meet. So one day, I dressed up. And it was a particular match. They were playing, you know, Planet One. Their screen is larger than size, you know. And just see people everywhere is dark, like cinema. You won't see anybody's face, right? It's only when you come out, you know. So I went to Planet One to watch ball. So as to hang out, you know, take a cup of wine, or maybe, you know, yeah. So the rest is story anyway. So I went to Planet One. I sat in Planet One, watch what I want to watch, finish watching. People were talking. Nobody talked to me. Nobody said anything to me. I left Planet One. So it's not enough to carry a skill. It's also enough for you to know how to connect. Or else you will carry a skill, go market. You leave market, nobody will ask you how far. All right? So that's why I said we're going to do it in practical terms, so that we can now know what we're doing, so that somebody will not leave here and say, he said tech skill, this skill, that skill. I don't acquire them. Pastor, what do I do again? After acquiring that skill, I don't know what next to do. What do I do again? That one will become another teaching. Okay? So where do they hang out? So we're going to find out. Number two, what problems do they pay for in terms of solution? What problem do they actually pay for? Okay? So how do they hire? How do they hire people? How do they employ people? All right? You don't just go there. You now go to social media, maybe your Facebook, you say, I'm a virtual assistant. What you will see there is that your colleagues have been following you. Well done. Thumb up. How far? Congratulations. More grace. If there is even more grace. You will be frustrated. Highly frustrated. So how do they hire? How do they measure values? So, and how do they pay? So this means you're going to be familiar with the ecosystem. You're going to be very familiar with the ecosystem. What are the ecosystem? You're going to become familiar with platforms and ecosystems that coordinate and then help people to be paid in this currency. So let's look at some few ecosystems like Upwork, all right, ecosystem like Upwork, Fiverr, all right, TopTal, LinkedIn, Remote OK, and we work remotely. Take note of some of these things I'm mentioning so that you will now learn how it's being done. I'll repeat it again. Upwork is very popular, all right. I did a training to become to do my things in Upwork and other things and get a job. But after a while, I told myself, I said, you can't do everything now. You can't do everything. No. You can't do, because I want to be knowledgeable about everything. In fact, I and my wife registered for that training last year, January, and it ran for some time. So, but I know where I function, so I know where my skill will take me out. So I don't want to do that. But all right, so find out how it works. Fiverr, TopTal, LinkedIn, okay, Remote OK, and then we work remotely. They are not sites, okay? They are not sites. They are global marketplace of value. That's where people bring their value. They are not let me go to Upwork website. No, do a training, find out how some of those tools works, and then how you can project your value there, and then how you can position yourself to be hired and how much you can be paid. I remember one of us that got a job there, and she worked from 10 p.m. All right, she's not around at the moment. She worked from 10 p.m. till 4 a.m. 10 p.m. till 4 a.m. All right, and they were paying her a good amount of money. And she told me outrightly, she said, sir, what I'm looking for, I found it. So, and the way I want to upscale myself, I don't think I can do it in Enugu, so I can do it in another city. I said, which city? She mentioned the city. I said, why not go? He said, I'm not going to look for a job. I just want to upscale myself and do it more for more people and use my daytime to acquire the skill and use my nighttime to work. She wakes up sometimes around 10 o'clock, around 11 o'clock. While people are going to work, she's sleeping. And she's being paid a good amount of money. And it made her, she became so relaxed. And I told her, okay, while we are doing this, what next? She said, this is what she wants to do. So she just wants to gather the money, acquire an international skill in the fashion business, all right, and position herself in the fashion industry and export African wares and other things. And that the money is not where I'm going to stay. I just want to use it as a leverage and then move to another thing. So you can actually do all of that. So take note of those things that I've mentioned and those sites that, those tools, global market place of value. So once you understand this, your mindset will shift from a job seeker to a problem solver. So you'll be equipping yourself to be solving problem, whether it's you're a VRO, you're a VA, virtual assistant, whatever. You will be equipping yourself more to be solving a lot of problems. So let's look at these high income digital skills, which it's being regarded as the dollar engine. High income digital skills. So I've been mentioning it over and over and over. But let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need certificates to acquire the skills. That's the joy of the skills. And you are the one that put limits on yourself that you cannot acquire it. It doesn't respect age. It doesn't respect race. It doesn't respect anything. You don't need certificate to acquire it. You just need to, streamline it and know the one that is applicable for you, and then you acquire it. And become serious with it. Give yourself 6 months to 1 year. You enter into an earning path. And please, may I say, don't be in a hurry as if I just acquire it today, I start earning tomorrow. Maybe acquire it this month, I start earning next month. Give yourself time to acquire the skill. I wrote my first book, second book, about third book. By the time I was about to write my fourth book, I realized that I can write as a writer, but I don't know the business of writing. I didn't know the business of writing. So I heard about the training in Lagos in Sheraton by Olumide Manuel, and then he invited Sabi writers as a writer. And I subscribed. I paid 285,000 naira, stayed in the hotel for 3 days, and we are not many that came for that training. But when I was done for that training, I said, right, and here I come as a business. As a business. Of course, I wrote Cracking the Billionaire Code. Cracking the Billionaire Code, the income will not stop till after 2 years on a regular basis, because I know the business. When I say I know, it's not the writing, it's not the launching, it's not the selling. I know the business. It's a brand. And that brand, I will build around it. I will build so many things around it, and it will keep giving me money. It will keep giving me money. The brand now has Cracking the Billionaire Code online training. Every book you write must have a training model where people will be paying you for the training so as to understand how it works. So there's a training for this book. There's this book. There's going to be conferences for this book across places, online platform and other things, paid conferences. All right. In a short while, there's going to be Cracking the Billionaire Code audio book. In a short while, there's going to be Cracking the Billionaire Code workbook. In a short while, there's going to be Cracking the Billionaire Code t-shirt. There's going to be Cracking the Billionaire Code notepad and pen. So, if I go over and over, you'll be surprised. The money that comes from one book was as a result I went for the training. So if you don't understand how to generate resources from these skills, it will just be like a mere skill. I just mentioned few. I don't want to go into details so that when I'm doing it, somebody will not say, hey, you talk about, we won't come collect our money. It will get to a point that there's going to be Cracking the Billionaire Code Club. It's a serious matter. There will be Cracking the Billionaire Code Crest. It's a serious business. When I saw it in the life of mentor, the one that taught me, I said, book business is not a joke. Things fall apart. Didn't become popular by writing, it became popular by movie. That's another aspect of royalty coming to that man. If you want to show things fall apart in cinema today, people will gather. You know when they wrote that book? So when Chimamanda saw it, Chimamanda did her own half of a yellow song. Let me follow who no wrote. And she finished writing the book, she did the movie, boom. She was everywhere. She was everywhere. So when you don't follow those that have this knowledge, you will be getting the skill, but you will not know how to turn the skill into a money-spending venture. So these skills are here, tech skills. I've been mentioning the software development. I've been mentioning the web development, mobile app development, all right, UX designs, data analysis, cybersecurity. Please, our church here, we can't come here and start teaching you on a Sunday morning the skills. No. 1 hour is not enough. We will deceive you. I've been in a community where they do this flash in a pan. People can get it. So what we do here is to open you up, to pick up the one that is relevant to you, and you go out there and connect with the people that have it. If you want us to come and be bringing a cybersecurity engineer to be teaching, or a cybersecurity expert to be teaching us here, he's going to teach us this thing in the next 6-7 months or 1 year, and it will not be enough. I know these things. I was discussing with the pastor. He said we should bring practical. I was just laughing, because what I was making me to laugh is that, do you know how long it will take for somebody to give you practical knowledge? What we do here is to stir you up for you to know it, and then you connect with the practical person. And the practical person will now take you on a journey of maybe 6 months, of maybe 1 year. It's up to you. So don't think we'll give you everything. We may not give you everything here. All right? It's just to open you up to know what is obtainable in the global market space, so that you can now go for the training. So nobody asked me to go for the training for writing books. I just saw that, oh, this is it. There is money in this thing. There is oil here. And let me find out how to upscale and then take it up to the next level. So, of course, you know about AI, prompt engineering. These are some skills you need to acquire. Data analysis, cybersecurity, and the likes of them, okay? They are not expensive. They are not expensive. It comes with a high level of determination. It comes with high level of this is the skill I want to acquire, and this is what I want to use it for, and let me commit myself to it. And you'll be surprised. It's a long journey. Please don't be fast in trying to start earning immediately. We don't teach fast earnings here. We teach something that is sustainable over the years. So here is not a church where you learn about I invested 100 naira, I got 200 naira. No, we don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. This is my how many years of pastoring in Enugu. So I've been pastoring. It requires consistency so that to get to where you want to get to. It's not a fast or flash in the pan. I'm sure somebody's getting me. So apart from high-tech skills, next one is business and growth skills. So you can get business and growth. What are the business and growth skills? Like digital marketing skills, like funnel building skills, like SEOs, which you call search engine optimization skills, media buying skills, email marketing skills. Till now, people are looking for those that understand email marketing, not just digital marketing in terms of social media, but email marketing. When I did my digital marketing skills many years ago, I think I went to Lagos, I paid 100,000 naira, and I came back and said, "Ooh, is that how this thing works?" And after learning it, we had to employ the services of one of us to learn it as well, and she started using it for us. But I noticed that here, people are not too good in checking up their emails and other things. Here, people are not too good in it. But in the West, we flow more with emails. All right, and in developed nations, they flow more with emails. You understand? Even when you send email to somebody, you have to find a way and copy and put it together and bring it to WhatsApp. And then tell the person on WhatsApp, say, check it. After you have sent it. He said, please reply your mail. I've sent it to your mail. Sometimes people invite me for speaking engagement. I tell them, send it to my email. They used to find